Dear children, now we are going to see exercise 3.7 sums. 1 and 2 is homework to you. Third one number is 7 times another. If the difference is 18, find the numbers. So here they given one number is 7 times another. So if the number is, if we doesn't know that one number, so we are going to assume that number as x now. What will be that another number? 7 times means 7 into x. Okay, 7x. So if the difference, they given the difference between the two numbers, that is 18. We are going to find that numbers. Okay. So let the one number is x. So we doesn't know that number. We are assuming that number as x. What will be the another number? 7 times. 7 times means 7 into that number, that is x. So 7 into x is nothing but 7x. Okay. So they given the difference between these two numbers, that is 18. So difference equal to 18. Difference means you have to subtract. So 7x minus x equal to 18. 7x minus 1x equal to 6x. 6x equal to 18. So 6 into x, 6 goes that side, now divide. X equal to 18 divided by 6. You can cancel this. 6 ones are 6 3s are 18. X equal to 3. Okay, so that one number is 3 and the another number is 7x, So 7 into x, that is 7 into 3. 7 3s are 21. So the required numbers are 3 and 21. Now you can check here if you subtract these two. So the difference of these two numbers, did you get 18 or not? So you see the difference of 3 and 21. 21 minus 3 definitely will get 18. So we find the answer correctly. Like this we can check your answer on your own. Okay. Did you understand this? So next fourth one. The sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 75. Which is the largest among them, they ask. So they given sum. Sum means add. What you are going to add? 3 consecutive odd numbers. Consecutive is nothing but next numbers. Okay. So what are the odd numbers? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that. Consecutive means if you take 1 now, 1, 3, 5. If I take 5, 5, 7, 9. Consecutive means next odd numbers. Okay. So if I add 3 consecutive odd numbers, so I will get what? 75. Now I have to find what is the largest among them. What is the largest in the 3 odd numbers? Which one is larger? You have to find that larger number. Okay. So I didn't know that consecutive odd numbers. I am going to assume that let the 3 consecutive odd numbers be x plus 2, x plus 4. So let the 3 consecutive odd numbers be x plus 2, x plus 4. So why I am taking x plus 2, x plus 4 like that? See the odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and so on. Goes So what you add to 1 you will get 3, 2. Okay. So for 3 if you add 2 now you will get 5. If you add 2 to 5 now you will get 7 like that. So the difference between these numbers are 2. If you add 2 you will get the next number. So that if the first number is x, I am going to add 2 for that second number. So x plus 2. So again I have to add 2, then only I will get the third number. That is x plus 2 plus 2. I will get x plus 4. So did you understand why I am taking the consecutive odd numbers as x plus 2, x plus 4? Okay. So next, given the condition, that is sum of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 75. So now here I assumed x plus 2, x plus 4 as a consecutive odd numbers. I am going to add these 3 numbers. That is x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equal to 75. So here x plus x plus 6. So x plus x, 2x, 2x plus x, I will get 3x. Next, 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4, I will get plus 6. So 3x plus 6 equal to 75. I am going to send this plus 6 to the right hand side. I will get minus 6. 75 minus 6, I will get 69. So 3x equal to 69. 3 into x, it will goes to RHS, it will divide. So x equal to 69 by 3. Here you can cancel. 3 1s are, 3 2s are 6, 3 3s are 9. So we will get x equal to 23 divided by 1 is nothing but 23. So x equal to 23. Therefore, the three consecutive odd numbers are, first one we take it as x, so 23, comma, x plus 2 na, 23 plus 2, comma, x plus 4 na, 23 plus 4. So we'll get the three consecutive numbers as 23, 25, 27. So you have to check whether we find correctly or not. If you add these three numbers, did you get 75 or not? So add these and check whether you got 75 or not. Okay, definitely will get the answer. So large, they didn't ask the three numbers. They asked which one is largest among them. So which is larger in these three numbers? 27. So therefore the largest number is 27. Did you understand this? So fifth one, the length of the rectangle is 1 by 3 of its breadth. If its perimeter is 64 meter, then find the length and breadth of the rectangle. So there is one rectangle. The length is 1 by 3 of its breadth. 1 by 3 of its breadth, now 1 by 3 into its breadth. If it's a perimeter, they given 64 meter. So what is the perimeter of rectangle? Very good. 2 into L plus B units. So if the perimeter of the rectangle is 64 meter, we are going to find the length and breadth of the rectangle. Okay. So let the length and breadth of the rectangle be L and B. So length be L and breadth be B. Okay. So they given that one condition, that is length equal to 1 by 3 of its breadth. So length we assumed as L. So write L equal to 1 by 3 into breadth we assumed as B. So 1 by 3 into B. Okay. So send this 3 to the LHS side. It is in divide, it comes to the LHS side, now multiply. So 3L equal to 1 into B is nothing but B. So 3L equal to B, the breadth will become 3L. Okay. Next, given perimeter of the rectangle. What the given perimeter of the rectangle? 64 meter. So write the formula for perimeter of rectangle. 2 into L plus B equal to 64. So 2 into L, right, as it is length. So breadth we find it as what? 3L. So instead of B, we can substitute what? 3L. Okay, so 2 into L plus 3L equal to 64. L plus 3L, both are like terms. 1L is there, so we will get 4L. 2 into 4L equal to 64. 2 4s are 8. 8L equal to 64. L equal to, here 8 is in multiply, goes to the RHS, now it will divide. So L equal to 64 by 8. 8 1s are 8, 8s are 64. You will get length as 8 meter. They given the perimeter in meter, so you have to write in length and breadth also in meters. So here also you can simplify, you can send this 2 to the left hand side. You will get here 2 3s are 32. You can simplify like that also. Otherwise you can do as I do here now. Okay. Next, length we find 8 meter. Breadth equal to 3L they given. So 3 into 8 meter. 3 8s are 24. The breadth will be 24 meter. So the length of the rectangle is 8 meter and the breadth of the rectangle is 24 meter. So we find what they ask in the sum. So did you understand this sum? So next, sixth one, a total of 90 currency notes consisting only of rupees 5 and rupees 10 denominations amount to rupees 500. Find the number of notes in each denomination. So here they given total number of currencies, that is 90 currency notes are there. So in that 90 currency note, you have only rupees 5 notes and rupees 10 note, currency notes. Okay. So in that denominations amount to 500. The total amount in that is 500. It contains rupees 5 currency notes and rupees 10 currency notes. So how many currency notes are there now? 90 currency notes are there. Okay, did you understand the sum? So you have with you 500. Imagine that you have 500. It consists only rupees 5 and rupees 10 currency notes only. So not then 50 rupees, 100 rupees like that. You have only rupees 5 currency notes and rupees 10 currency notes, and the total amount of you have in your hand is 500. Okay, so how many notes are there? Both the 5 rupee notes and 10 rupee notes. How many currency notes are there now? 90 currency notes are there. Okay, so find the number of, so you are going to find how many notes are there in rupees 5 and how many currency notes there are in rupees 10. Okay, did you understand the sum? So go to the sum now. So let the number of currency notes. So it doesn't know that how many rupees 5 currency notes there and how many rupees 10 currency notes in this sum. Okay. So let us, we are going to assume rupees 5 currency notes be X and rupees 10 currency notes be Y. Okay. That only I wrote. So let the number of currency notes of rupees 5 and rupees 10 be. So rupees 5 is X and rupees 10 is Y. Okay, so they given total number of currency notes. So I have rupees 5 currency notes X and I have rupees 10 currency notes Y. So total number of currency notes, now we are going to add both. So if you add, you will get X plus Y equal to 90. So total number of currency notes equal to 90. So X plus Y. X is how many currency notes of rupees 5 you have, that is X. Y means how many currency notes of rupees 10 you have, that is Y. So total number of currency notes, that is X plus Y equal to 90. I am going to send this X to the right hand side. We will get Y equal to 90 minus X. We are going to use this algebraic expression. Okay. So Y equal to 90 minus X. Next, so total amount they given 500. So if you add that amount now, you will get 500. So total amount equal to 500. Already you know, when you go for a bank, if you deposit any amount in the bank, definitely they ask the denomination. What is meant by denomination? How many thousands are there? How many 500s are there? So you have to do like that. Suppose if you are going to deposit 1000 rupees in a bank, you have only 250 rupees, then 900 rupees. How to denominate now? 9 into rupees 100 equal to how much? Rupees 900. Like that you have to write the denomination. Okay, then it will be easy for them to calculate. Okay, so you have 900 rupees and then 250 rupees. So 250 rupees now you will get rupees 100. So the total amount is rupees 1000. Okay, so they given the total amount here 500. Okay, so you are going to find how much these two. Here I take 150, instead of this they given rupees 5 and 10. Okay, so this is called denomination. So total amount equal to rupees 500. How will you get the total amount? See this. Here I wrote 9 into rupees 100 like that. Number of 5 rupee currency notes into rupees 5 plus number of 10 currency notes into 10 rupees 10. Then only I will get that 500 rupees. Okay. So number of currency rupees 5 currency note I assumed as X. So X into 5 plus Y, that is 100 rupee notes assumed as Y, you know. So Y into 10 equal to 500. X into 5 now 5X plus Y into 10 now 10Y equal to 500. So I got 5X plus 10Y equal to 500. Here I got an algebraic expression. Now I am going to use that expression here, that is Y equal to 90 minus 6. So instead of this Y place, I am going to substitute 90 minus 6. What will you get now? 5x plus 10 into 90 minus 6 equal to 500. Already I told monomial by binomial, multiplication of monomial by binomial, that I am using here. 10 into 90 minus 10 into x. That only 5x right as it is. Plus 10 into 90 I will get 900. 10 into minus 6 I will get minus 10x equal to 500 right as it is. Next here 5x minus 10x, x both are like terms. So 5 minus 10 will get minus 5. 5x minus 10x I will get minus 5x plus 900 equal to 500. Now I am going to send this 900 to the right hand side, plus 900 will go that side, now it will become minus 900. 500 minus 900, I will get minus 400. Minus 5x equal to minus 400. Minus 5 into x, so I am going to send this minus 5. It is in multiply. Be careful while you are doing with negative signs here. Here minus 5x, now that 5 is not in subtraction with minus. So subtraction with x. Okay, it is in multiply. Minus 5x means minus 5 into x only. So many students done mistake here. Be careful. Minus 5 into x only. So minus 5 goes this side. Now it will divide. So minus minus will get cancelled. 5 ones are 5 8s are 40, 0. So x is got 80. So x equal to 80. Now y equal to 90 minus x, So you have to substitute here. Then only you can find the value of y. Okay, y equal to 90 minus 80. You will get y equal to 10. So here 80 now how many rupees and 5 rupee currency notes is 80 and 10 rupee currency notes are 10. So therefore number of rupees 5 notes is 80. Number of rupees 10 notes is 10. So now we can check here. So how many total number of notes they given? 90. So 80 plus 10. 90 notes. Then denomination you have to do 5 into 8 and 80. 5 into 80 will get 400. 10 into 10, 100. So 400 plus 100, total amount will get 500. So we done the sum correctly. So all of you I think understood well. So